Okay, I decided to make me a shelf back here. I got a catch-all back here and I need to do something a little different. I don't really care to cover up my speakers because I don't like the way it sounds. I'm getting harder of hearing and it's bad when they're pointed at each other for me. But I don't have the original covers for the speakers I have in there anymore to put them in a shelf. So I'm going to see what I come up with here. So here's the beginning of my project. And I'm going to make this shelf behind my driver's seat in my little Ranger pickup. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the squares here. These will drop down in the shelf. There'll be a board below for a bottom. I'll make room for probably 3 quarts of oil, and maybe one will be like a bar oil, chain oil or something. And then I'll have 4 peanut butter jars for storage. And in this area, I'm not sure yet if I'm going to end up putting some speakers or if I'm going to mount a little 12-volt fan. And I got a couple little solar panels that fit in the window that I think would run one and keep the air circulating in the summertime so it doesn't get so hot in the pickup. Leave the windows open a crack. So I'll go from here. Well, as you can see, it's not quite exactly round, but it's going to work. I'm going to do a little touch-up yet with a little sandpaper and stuff, but I'm going to set them jars in there about like that, so I don't think you'll notice anything, any imperfections, especially if I paint it black. If black covers a lot. I've been sanding and filling holes on this, trying to make them holes to look a little bit more rounder, but I think I'm just going to call it good because with the container in there, you're not going to see how out of shape they are. I cut some end pieces. I'm going to glue on one on each end, and then that'll actually be on the underneath side, and then I'll come across with a piece of either 1x4 in the center or a piece of 1x6, and most likely it'll be a 1x4. It's a little bit cheaper, and all it has to do is set the end of the bottles will sit on it, and it'll be a base. Okay, here's one side I got clamped and one screw in. I'm going to put in a couple more screws, take the clamps off, and do this side. Okay, you can see I got the uprights. It's upside down right now. I think I'm going to put a 1x4 on there and turn her back up the other way and see how far the bottles stick out in the jars, and then give it a little final sanding, and I'm not going to take a lot of time on it, but put some black paint on it and throw it in the back of my pickup. Well, I went with a 1x4 on the bottom just to hold the bottom of the cup, the peanut butter jars. And I got my fan on here, and I got a little solar panel that I'm going to hook it to get the see if it'll move that fan. If not, I got a littler fan from like a computer that'll run off of the little solar panel I got. I'll mount it here. It'll sit in the back window. Maybe I'll crack the window and crack the back window on my pickup and see if that doesn't kind of keep the air moving through there this summer, and cool it off a little bit before I get out of work. But not real fancy. Couple dollars, and I made a little shelf. It's going to sit on top of my speakers in the back. So I'll show you that when I get it in there. Okay, so I just sprayed a little black paint on it. Kind of covers up a lot of the flaws. It's going to be in the back of my old pickup where not too many people are going to see it or notice it anyway. So anyway, we're going to go put it in there now and just see what it looks like. Yeah, I can see I got to do a little bit of adjusting. I got my fan about where I want it, as far as that goes, I can open up that little back window and pull in some air. I got some of my jars in here with a few things. And then I was hoping that I'd had made it deep enough here for my box of rags to fit in, but it won't. So I'm gonna figure out something maybe to stick it so that my box of rags will hang along the front here. So anyway, that's just a quick little project. Cost me $3 or $4 for the wood, and a little bit of paint. So that's all we're gonna go for today.